Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calyxsolutions.io.
And we are live. Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world, ex-truck driver in the whole wide world, Bitcoin Ben. And of course, Wednesday, my brother could not make it here, so we're doing it on Friday. Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Ben. How are you?
Wonderful. You got your hearing aid in?
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought. What's going on, my man? How are you?
I'm doing fine. Yeah. Hey, Jimmy.
How is the weather in St. Louis right now?
It's starting to turn, and you would not like it.
Getting a little chilly.
Getting a little chilly. I think 36 and gloomy with some wind, not bad today. Tomorrow is when it really gets ugly. On Sunday morning, it's going to be 3.
Ooh, 3 degrees.
Yes, we are entering blue noodle territory. Yeah,
that's hot tub weather.
Oh, you know what? I'd like to see you do that.
Walk out looking like a
knuckle. No. The boys go north for about 2 weeks.
They're up here in your chin.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump right in here. The reason I have the headline as 2026 is the biggest year in human freedom, risk, and opportunity. Have you read Trump's? He actually put out a report or a plan for America. I think it was an 18-page document. He put it out last week. And he basically says America's free, Europe is screwed, and we're going to keep on killing anyone who is screwing with us with what we got going on in Venezuela right now.
I have not read that.
Oh, you got to read it. It is.
You know what? It doesn't sound like it takes 18 pages to say that.
No, it's actually written very like plain English. You know, it isn't all legalese or, bureaucrat or whatever the hell they call it.
Sure.
And it's very plain language, and it really is, hey, sorry for the rest of the world, but we're out of all of these wars. We are basically going to bring all of our troops home. Europe, if you want to go to war with Russia, have a good time. Hope that works out for you.
Yeah.
And it's really Trump saying, look, I have 3 years and I am going to solely focus on the U.S. And from what I've heard, we basically have a Roosevelt type where we are going to rebuild everything: airports, roads, um, and one of the ideas I like is they're actually they are going to implement wards, crazy wards all over America again, because in in the old days, we had people who were basically batshit crazy, and we actually put them in wards because, and then I think it was 1970s or something.
It was in Reagan's era.
Oh, okay, Reagan. Well, what happened, Reagan? What the hell? Why'd you put all the crazies out? And now we have I'm over on the West Coast, and I can tell you every major city is absolutely overran with homeless and people who are obviously not well, whether they're crazy or they are, hell, I don't know, hooked on drugs or whatever. These are not healthy people, and they should not actually be out in the general public like this. Now, you were around in the late 1800s when they really rounded up a lot of crazy people. What was that like, and what do you think we should do now? Do you like this idea?
Yeah. The idea of having asylums is, back then it was penitentiaries and asylums. So we locked people away. We were unsightly. They were problematic. We didn't want them walking our streets, so we put them away and isolated them. Treatments were at that point borderline medieval. I think they were still leeching people.
Yes.
But now I think we've come up with some more appropriate and correct therapies for some folks. There are some folks that need therapies. There are other folks that should be locked away. They just, it's just their course in life is they're going to babble in a corner, and okay, we'll take care of them and let them babble in a corner in a safe environment, as opposed to being out on the street and being taken advantage of by the buzzards.
Yes, and that's exactly how these people are not enjoying their lives. They're out there being used. A lot of the women are, shall we say, assaulted on a regular basis.
Oh yeah,
and we have an obligation to help them, because it's either we help them this way or we basically do what fucking San Francisco. Oh, you want to do drugs? Here's a clean needle. Hope you don't overdose. We can't.
Oh, yeah. That whole approach to me was a one-way ticket. It was wrapped as though we're embracing their freedom and helping them do what they want to do. Parenthetically, it was a one-way ticket to the morgue. You want to shoot drugs? Fine, shoot drugs. Die as fast as you possibly can. It's not unlike the line from Christmas Carol. Better to put them away and decrease the surplus population as fast as we can. When I heard that, I said to myself, these folks are wrapping this up as if it's a good thing. Oh, we're taking care of your needs, when in fact it was evil, and it was surreptitious in the way that they were going to take care of it. It still is. Those programs still exist.
Yeah, it's let's say I was a raging just alcoholic every night out drinking, blah blah blah, and you get a hold of me and say, Ben, let's head out. You and I, we really need to talk. And we go to a bar and you say, you know what? You're drinking a lot. I want to make sure you are drinking out of a clean glass. All right. That's how you are going to help me. Is I'm going to make sure that the glass that you drink out of is clean.
Oh yeah.
That is going to help you, Ben. You are going to be so much healthier. You're going to do so much better when you're drinking out of a clean glass. Your alcoholism is solved.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's completely crazy. That makes me wonder if it isn't on purpose, because
it is. It is. It's absolutely on purpose. It's on purpose for a couple of reasons. I think there's a notion of thinning the herd here. There's that, and it is
eugenics.
It is parenthetical. I mean, it's between the lines. The other is it fits with the agenda of the left in terms of providing as many social services as possible, and the infantilization, and I mean this as in infants, to almost create an infant-minded society where they're reliant on the government to provide them with the services and tell them what to do on a regular basis. Just ingrain these people to no longer think for themselves, strip away your emotional, your spiritual maturities that you're reliant on the government now, let alone, any notion of God being involved in your daily life. Yeah, I mean, that's the first thing that goes, right? I mean, if we remove God, then and replace that with government, you know who's your benefactor.
And that's what the progressives, that's what the communists, that's what they want. Because if you have a relationship with your God, then naturally the government is under that. Is you look at your God over the government, and they can't have that. It's like, no, we are the ultimate authority. And that's what's really changing with Trump is he's recognized. Please read this friggin' paper. It is incredible. The only other time I would actually refer this as the Declaration of Independence Part 2. It's that profound. And it's because we're at war. We are literally at war. And the problem is a lot of people can't really recognize it because it's a war of influence on X. It's a war of influence on CNN, on Bloomberg, we're at war because they have had all of the influence forever. And now we're reaching a point where we don't just worry about them. We have to worry about Here's a great example. I was on X earlier, and I went through 100 posts in the actual feed. Whatever popped up, 31 was AI. And I'm like, that's 1/3 almost of everything I saw was AI generated shit. And it wasn't even really good AI. It was kind of shitty AI. Well, you look at it and go, oh, that ain't even fucking real. And then we have an example of there was a video put out of a professor, and this guy loves Trump. He is a Trump 100%. And someone put out a AI video of him just going off on Trump. And it looked real. It was good. And it went viral. And then when everyone reached out to him, he's like, that's not me. I didn't make that. And I mean, it was on, I think it was on CNN. That's how like larger, like, oh, everyone's abandoning Trump, you know, and all this stuff. It's like, wait, this is AI. This ain't even real.
Right.
And so not only do we have all of the old world, you know, ABC, CBS, CNN, all these shitheads, now we have in our social media very good AI. And that's why I have always said I will never use AI ever. If you're watching of mine on my channel, it's me. It isn't AI. Because we are going to, I guess we're at a place where what you see is you have no idea if it's real, you know. And you and we own a laptop company, so we really got to focus on this, because everyone should realize, and this is I've read and I've listened to so many people who are like, yeah, I received a call from someone who sounded like my kid. Hey, I'm in jail, or I got arrested or whatever. I need you to wire me, you know, whatever, $1,000, or I need you to send it on PayPal or whatever the fuck it was. And it wasn't them.
Right.
So I did research. They only need 3 seconds of your voice.
Oh, yeah.
3 seconds of your voice, and they can completely recreate your voice.
I believe that.
And I'm this friggin' close, and this is my job. I'm this close. I am going to be I think I'm going to go either Amish or something like that.
Yeah.
At least online. You know,
Yeah,
it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, there's the Amish Protection Program. When I get calls from numbers that I don't recognize, and of course I'm feeling like messing with somebody, I will answer the phone, but it's not my normal voice. I might go Cartman on them. I might do something, but it's not my actual voice, because I'm I'm cognizant of the fact that they can replicate off of hello. I mean, that's all they
Yep.
really need is hello.
That's
And
it.
so it's I'm sorry. So that's the type of thing that I do, and sometimes it's a real person, and I just hang up on them. I don't recognize the number, but yeah.
Yeah, it's I've reached a point where if I receive a call and I have no idea who it is, I don't answer it. I don't care if you leave me a voicemail. I don't care. If you're not in my phone, I don't need to hear from you.
Yeah.
And it's exactly. I very rarely answer the phone because, well, number one, I get a shitload of fucking calls every day and text and emails and all that. And I've brought it down to maybe 8 people who I actually talk to. And I run a company. I run a couple companies. And unless it's you or one of our employees or something, I'm not even gonna answer the phone because it's usually someone asking me for money or, hey, my grandmother died. Can I borrow 19 Bitcoin? Shit like that. And it's reached a point where it's just absolutely insane. And how do you live in a world where you can't really get away from it? It's really crazy now because we live in a world where you have to have a smartphone. You have to. You do online banking. Especially when you run a couple of companies, and you're always wiring or sending or whatever. That's why usually every Sunday I shut off my phone. Because I'm like, look, it is Sunday. I don't want to see this thing. I don't want to open an app. Yep. And I shut it off for the whole friggin' day. Whatever it is, I'll handle it on Monday.
I would not be surprised if we see a spike in the number of landlines.
Ooh, that's a good point.
And flip phones with all of this BS.
Well, you had a flip phone for years.
Yeah, I also had the little Nokia brick.
Yeah.
I had that one too.
Also known as a paperweight.
Yeah, indestructible. I love that thing because it kept me incommunicado. I mean, you don't really have much of a choice. Can I text you? Sure, I can. Am I going to? No. If I have to hit, what is it? The number 2-3 times in order to get the letter C. No, that's not happening. So,
yeah, and with everything that is wrong with right now, there's a ton of it right.
Yeah, there is.
Let's look at next year. We have 1 million just from Tesla robots that will actually be out in the general population. 1 million, and that's only year one. And within 3 years, we'll have 20 million just Tesla robots. I put out on X. Once people realize these robots will increase productivity with zero consumption. Let me explain that. You and I, we eat, we drive, we shop for hats, and we shop for shirts, and we have shoes. We got all those have none of that. So it is the equivalent of one human job with zero human consumption. Prices are going to drop like you've never seen before. I watched a thing on X. There are robots that are actually being trained to work oil rigs. Now, for those who have never worked on an oil rig, that shit's dangerous. You can blow yourself up really easy. And they had, I don't think it was a Tesla, but it looks kind of like it. I think this one was from Japan or China. And it was watching what they did, and then it walked up and it kind of unscrewed it, moved that, move this, move this, move this. And that's it. They trained it once. It just watched what they did, and then it did it. And using AI, it figured out a more efficient way of doing it. So they're like, well, son of a bitch, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And so pretty soon, because these things work for $2 an hour. That's how much they cost. Remember, no health insurance. There are no more workers' comp.
So we're going to see them at Starbucks. We're going to see them at Starbucks.
Very, very soon.
Actually, Starbucks over in Asia is using them.
Yes. Yes.
And all of these prima donna baristas who want to unionize and think that they're going to stop America in its tracks if they don't get what they want in their CBA, have another thing coming in the not too distant future.
Yeah, from what I've heard, this is kind of their plan. Every road, I think it was in 4 or 5 years, that we'll have as many robots as we have humans in America. And there will actually be a $1 tax on every hour that a robot works. And that money will actually be used as universal basic income for humans.
Which is bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. And then there's probably going to be an NGO that's created in order to act as a watchdog to make sure that the robots are being treated humanely.
Well, yeah, you got to unionize them. The United Robots Union. You are you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy where we are actually going to. And what's really crazy is how quickly it's going to happen. Because, I mean, I can remember when I first saw a cell phone, it was probably 1990-ish. And I saw one in a car, and I'm like, "Woo, that's fancy." Yeah. The brick. And now we are in 2025, and everyone had a lot. Hell, you have a few cell phones. You know,
I have a museum.
Yes.
I still have a bag phone from AT&T.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
It doesn't work. I wouldn't try it. The lithium battery would probably explode if I were to plug it in.
Absolutely. Well, hang on to that, because you might need that for your Tesla someday.
That could be.
Swap out that battery, be like, it'll get me down the road.
Yeah. Hey, let's do a commercial, and then I want to talk about what's going on with in the laptop world.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah, we got some situations that we've come across that folks should know about. So, and it's not. I mean, we are responding to it, is what I'm getting at. So,
Yeah. Hang on one second. We will be right back, folks.
Introducing the Liberty Laptop, your gateway to online anonymity. Engineered with your privacy in mind, the Liberty Laptop comes equipped with cutting-edge security features, ensuring that your data remains yours and yours alone. No more worries about your personal information being shared without consent. Say goodbye to prying eyes and third-party snoops. Enjoy your online freedom with advanced privacy settings, protecting your every digital move, all at your fingertips. With the Liberty Laptop, you control what others see and don't see. We customize your privacy settings and let only what matters most to you be shared. No more concerns about unwarranted surveillance. We put the power back in your hands. No unwanted access through the laptop's camera and microphone. Powered by the latest technology, the Liberty Laptop ensures performance while respecting your personal boundaries. The Liberty Laptop. Your control. Your privacy. Your world. Visit calyxsolutions.io to experience true personal freedom today.
In the world of technology, where data security is a major concern, Calyx Solutions has come up with an innovative solution, the Liberty Laptop. This laptop isn't just another device, it's a fortress of privacy and security that ensures your data stays where it belongs, with you. The Liberty Laptop is powered by the latest processors and comes with a high-definition display. It's not just about power and performance, it's about providing a seamless user experience. Whether you're working on a presentation, streaming your favorite shows, or playing a high-end game, the Liberty Laptop won't let you down. But what sets the Liberty Laptop apart is its commitment to your privacy. It's built with state-of-the-art security features that guard your data against any potential threats. It's like having your personal bodyguard always on duty, ensuring your digital life is safe and secure. The Liberty Laptop is more than just a laptop. It's a statement that you value your privacy and won't compromise on it. It's a symbol of freedom in the digital world, a world where your data is your most valuable asset. To know more about the Liberty Laptop or any other products from Calyx Solutions, feel free to reach out. You can contact us via our website or call us on our toll-free number. We're always here to help you make the right choice for your digital security. Remember, with Calyx Solutions, your privacy is our priority.
And we're back. That actress was so nice.
Yeah, she was. Although that's not a toll-free number. Not that toll-free matters anymore. But
Yeah. Remember when it did? It was like, oh, I got to make a long distance phone call.
Yeah. Let me get out my Sprint card.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right, what you got, brother?
All right. Well, we have been in the trenches, kind of digging through some stuff with the developments that we're getting on the Microsoft side, with respect to their Copilot application, their AI agent, and there are some laptops that are going to be coming out, not just with Copilot, but Copilot Plus, which is a far more deeply rooted AI app that we can't really get rid of. And Apple has had their AI element in their OS for a while. And so the capability for them to go to school on you in a local machine and figure out how you act, how you breathe, how you respond becomes native to that particular laptop. And it's not, if you're just using it to mess around and just get online and go do research, it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either. We all know that we prefer privacy, and that's the path that we're taking here. And so we are going to be introducing a Linux version of these laptops, both the Crypto and the Liberty, simply because you can keep AI off of that machine from Jump Street. It will never be integrated. Now, can you use AI on that? You could. It would have to be a standalone application that you bring in. You could use a web-based AI application if you so choose. And in doing that, you kind of reject the Microsoft approach where they have M365, they have Copilot Plus, which would be native on that machine, and again would go to school on your entries, your engagement, your involvement on a daily basis, and learn how to respond to you so that you become reliant on that agent for information and you become the product. If you have it in a Linux box and it's an application that's standalone, I think you understand that it works when I turn it on. It doesn't work when I don't. It just sits there. Now, from the crypto perspective, this can be significant if we're concerned about a government demanding that the manufacturers provide them with access to data, or shut people down who don't comply with our request for that data. And that works both on the Apple side of things and it works on the Microsoft side of things. As Linux goes, can't shut you down. Can't shut you down. And the same thing works on the Liberty laptop side. Even more so in the Linux environment. We have a situation that's coming to be in Australia where people have to get digital IDs. Everybody has to get a digital ID because we're doing it for the kids. It sounds like
what else do we have to do for these fucking kids?
It sounds like psychotic Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
Let's do it for the kids, everybody.
1-800 help the kids.
Yeah. We'll have a Labor Day drive. They're posing it as protecting the children because of the mental health issues that come out of the stress of being on social platforms and being engaged in social media. So we're going to regulate it to the point where everybody has to have this digital ID. Well, there are some chinks in this approach. One, VPNs. I can use a VPN they're going to start, they've already started charting the IP addresses associated with it. But, an IP address can be created out of nothing at no time, at any time. And now I got a new IP address. So it's going to be tough to use that with a standard web, meaning the surface web, where there's 3 billion pages. If you go to the deep web, I use a Tor or Onion browser.
Onion.
You're not going to be able to shut me down. And I can get access to anything. I can get to social media platforms, etc. So we have that coming up. Interestingly, we were working on somebody's laptop yesterday. Austin was. And in the process, he comes across this little trick that Lenovo has installed on this particular machine. And we know that if they do it, it's going to end up, if they do it in one place, they're going to do it in a number of others. They're using an outfit called Absolute, and they have what's termed an absolute persistence module. And that whole process is created for the purpose of security. And it in essence, delivers a backdoor mechanism. It's okay for companies to use this type of an application because it's great as a network tool. An employee goes rogue, you can find it out, you can shut them down. But they embedded this in a consumer box. And in the process, Austin went in and you're given an option. One is to enable, which I think it's already set to that. The second is to disable, and the disable can be enabled through this back door that they have created. They can sneak into your room and hit the switch and enable it, which again, on a commercial side with a corporate network, that's fine. That should be the way that it is. Because if my employee's gone sideways on me and is doing stuff I don't want him to do, or giving up their access for $10,000, I want to be able to shut that down. But not you and I. I mean, and this thing was enabled so that they could get access to that machine potentially if they wanted to. So he hit the permanently disable button, which does exactly that. So I want you to know that this is out there on the Microsoft. Well, it's not quite Microsoft at this point. It's Lenovo, but my guess is it's coming on the Microsoft side. Is that a bad thing? It is when it comes to, again, privacy. We know how to shut this stuff off, so we do it when we build out somebody's laptop. Not everybody's going to know how to do this. And then on the other side of it, if I get a Linux machine, I don't have this concern at all. Obviously, I'm going to not have to contend with that operating system or this Lenovo's machine through their Microsoft operating system engaging with this absolute persistence module. So we sidestepped that. The Linux from us is not going to be available in the next couple of weeks. It's probably going to be a couple of months away at the latest. I don't think it's going to take us that long to get that going. But more closely, we're going to be offering tablets. So folks who are interested in tablets that are iPads that are Galaxy Androids, those are going to be available in the next couple of weeks. and that's both for a crypto laptop and a Liberty laptop. But those are issues of convenience there. There are some changes to the setups of those because as the individual who holds it, you're going to have to do some registration, both with Apple as an Apple ID for that machine. And then on the Samsung side, you have to create an account, and that requires a Gmail account in order to access the Play stores and get applications. So they have bottlenecked this as a choke point to make sure that they know who you are. Now, you don't have to give up your actual information, who you are. You don't have to give them name, address, anything along those lines. You can create a fictional persona and use these in that fashion, which I would strongly urge you to do. And they're going to be half the price of what crypto laptops are. But again, you're not going to be able to do any significant processing on them. This is just we're creating a convenient tool for you so you can get online, buy, sell, and store cryptos through these tablets on a much faster fashion with the same levels of security. You're just not going to be able to do any heavy lifting as that goes. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. We don't think that these guys are going to be looking for our personal privacy or our personal freedoms as drivers in their business decisions and the models that they're building. They're going to get far more restrictive, especially as we start moving towards Web 3.0. I think they find that because they are not going to have the data that they can get right now in the Web 2.0 environment, Web 3.0 makes us the driver of content. These guys feel that they got to start grabbing personal data at a much higher level and a higher rate.
Let me jump in here real quick. I want you guys to realize next year, Apple and Microsoft are changing their user contract, where if you use the camera on your laptop, they now have rights to your image. Let that sink in. And that applies on your phone also. What they are doing is they are putting every single one of us as a product, and they want you held, because remember, these contracts are just like laws and regulations, except it's you and them. It isn't the federal government. It isn't, Illinois, or you have a regulation through Apple. You have a regulation or obligation, or you lose your rights through the company. Because what we are moving to is a world where the most worry I have is not the government. The most worry I have are these large corporations, because they can really do whatever they want to. And a lot of us just, there's an upgrade. Oh, okay. Well, click OK. As soon as you hit OK, you are locked into whatever the hell that fucking upgrade says. And that's why we here at Calyx Solutions, we want you to have a product that you aren't a slave to, because it's your laptop and it's your private property. And yet they look at it like, oh, well, if you're going to use our product, then we have a say in how you use it. Well, it isn't, because it's as if you head out, you go shopping, you're like, oh, I need a lawnmower. And they say, well, you can only cut your grass with your lawnmower. You cannot lend it to your neighbor. Well, because they want more and more lawnmowers. You know, I mean, a great example of this is actually John Deere. I think it's them. They won't let you work on your tractor.
Right to repair. Right to repair.
Exactly. Now we have legislation, right to repair. Why do we need legislation for you to work on something you own? It's you talk about personal freedom. Hey, my tractor, my choice. You know?
I that's something that amazes me, that farmers would allow this to happen. If there's one group of people that are self-reliant and capable of fixing whatever is broken, I mean, seriously, it's farmers. And I'm sure that was part of the inspiration for John Deere to enact that contractual agreement in every piece of equipment that they sold. But why somebody who a competitor wouldn't come out and go, yeah, we don't do that. You want to fix your machine, you fix your machine.
Yep.
But that legislation does exist. Interestingly, that was also part of the military budget that was just signed off on. They removed that line of right to repair.
Really?
Yeah, that line was removed.
How hard is it? I mean, as a legislator, Jesus, you know, it's like, oh, there are actually people that want to work on their own shit. Well, we can't have that in that bill.
So the contractors have the means to access, are actually the ones that are going to be delivering the service calls on those pieces of equipment. It's just wrongheaded.
Yeah, they're garbage. I'm telling you guys, this is why we have to create our own system. That's what we do at Calyx Solutions. We give you the tools to work in your own system. We don't have to participate with these shitheads, because a regulation that infringes on your rights, you just ignore it, because we've reached that point where we are at the edge of slavery. We're already slaves. It's just we're at the edge of full slavery, full digital slavery. And we have other choices, and we can move to the new system. That's why we're all here, because we're in fucking cryptos, and we don't like the old system. The old system is there to use us. We are the product. And we've reached a point, and this is what Trump is really, really pushing for. It's like, no, we're done. We are no longer. In fact, when you read that letter, he basically says, hey, UN, you can shove your rules up your ass, because we are America. We will handle our own affairs. If you don't like it, we don't care. And that's where every single one of us should actually be, is nope, this government, this world government, and all of these regulations and all this bullshit that they've piled up against us, we just need to say no. No, I'm done. I'm done, because I know if we're at this point, if we don't say fuck you, then they are going to continue, and once all of us are dead, then they go after the next generation and they get a little bit more power. Then the next generation, where your grandkids, they can't go to school unless they have a digital ID. You know, it's we have to say no and mean it.
Yeah.
Because if you say no and then you go, well, they might arrest me or they might sue me, or no. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson would have already just handled shit. We're a bunch of pussies. We're like, oh, they might take away my cushy life. Well, your cushy life, the reason your life, how it feels very cushy, is because you're sleeping on the future of your friggin' children and your grandchildren. If you, just in my lifetime, we've lost so many freedoms. We think we're free because, oh, I can, I can drive down a highway. Really? Can you? You better have your license plate, right? You know,
And driving is a privilege.
yeah, exactly. Driving's a privilege. Your action is a privilege. We've reached a point where we just need to say fuck you and fuck off. Because if we don't, you're going to have a license for we already have it. I mean, we have to have a license to cut hair. Really? Don't you think that if you have someone out there fucking cutting hair and they're not doing a good job?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's the free market rules in that instance.
Exactly.
There's-
We don't need all of these licenses. It's how the government makes more money and how they quote unquote produce jobs. Because, hey, I have a friend who is not a licensed auto mechanic. He's not. But I guarantee that sumbitch could fix any car you bring him. Never got a license, never even. And he works out of a garage in his house, and he makes probably more money, cash, than any auto mechanic I know, because everyone knows, oh, dude, you got something wrong. Head, God, what's his name? Eric. Head right down there, and Eric will take care of you. And he doesn't need a license. Because reputationally, everyone knows Eric will fix that motherfucker. He'll have it wrapped up in no time. And he'll actually treat you right. You know, hey, if anything goes wrong, you call me, you bring it back, or I'll have it towed. I got you covered. We're slaves who are just reaching the point where you're such a slave you can't even move. And that shit's about to end. It has to end at our generation. And that, I think, is what Trump is exactly doing. So,
All right. We're an hour.
Yep. All right. I have 2 calls in an hour and then another hour. So we won't actually be able to do our usual extra hour show. So we'll have that hopefully next week, next Wednesday. And then the following Wednesday, everyone's off for the holiday, which reminds me, Merry Christmas. And if somebody tells me Happy Holidays, I'm going to tell them to kiss my ass.
I'm going to do that show this morning.
Oh, okay.
Because we already sent the invite out, but I'm going to do the show because I have a lot of material that I wanted to cover there. But yep, next Wednesday we will do cyber stuff then as well.
Awesome. Let them know where they can catch your show here in about an hour.
Sure. As a owner of a crypto laptop or a Liberty laptop, you go into the portal at calixsolutions.io, and you find the Calix Cyber Suite link and go in there and choose either one of those subscriptions. And we send you an email on a weekly basis about the show the day before the show, so you can watch it live or go in there and get the archives and watch all of the past shows. So pretty easy, pretty straightforward stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And if you want one of our new iPads or Galaxy Pads, easy. Give us a call, 702-845-8276.
Those will be available in a couple of weeks, but you can let us know and we'll put your name on a list and we'll get back to you. Glad to do that.
And that way you have it right on an iPad or on a Galaxy tablet, and then you put it in a drawer, you put it in your safe, you're locked away.
Safe.
Yes, and make sure it's fireproof. All right, Patrick, I love you. Have a great and watch out for the cold, brother.
Yeah, I will. Thanks for watching, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and have a great weekend, guys. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Introducing the Liberty Laptop, your gateway to online anonymity. Engineered with your privacy in mind, the Liberty Laptop comes equipped with cutting-edge security features, ensuring that your data remains yours and yours alone. No more worries about your personal information being shared without consent. Say goodbye to prying eyes and third-party snoops. Enjoy your online freedom with advanced privacy settings, protecting your every digital move, all at your fingertips. With the Liberty Laptop, you control what others see and don't see. We customize your privacy settings and let only what matters most to you be shared. No more concerns about unwarranted surveillance. We put the power back in your hands. No unwanted access through the laptop's camera and microphone. Powered by the latest technology, the Liberty Laptop ensures performance while respecting your personal boundaries. The Liberty Laptop. Your control. Your privacy. Your world. Visit calixsolutions.io to experience true personal freedom today.